Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are back here in Calmsden Farms here on Farming Simulator 22. As you recall from last time, we bought quite a few things actually. I don't know how much of it I actually showed, but we're just kind of getting a quick glimpse of it here. So, what do you say we get back to the action and get to actually farming these fields? Yeah, this might be a little tight with that trailer, because we're actually going to start with this field here. I want to bring it all the way down here so we have a spot to actually hook up to the header. And not get into the field, but I also want a spot to plop this other header down. Work. Ooh. We just want to bring it all the way in here. I think eventually what I'm going to do is actually try to get most of my implements at least undercover, maybe not in any of these barns. I do want all my, make sure I don't drive over that hitch, that trailer part. I do want all of my motorized equipment to be at least inside and locked up. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I am like the only real farmer out here, aside from maybe a few animal husbandry farms that we're going to help out. And speaking of which, let me pop this up. We are going to enable the straw swath because I do want to start collecting that as soon as possible, which means we're going to have to buy more equipment. Okay, why are you rolling out? Back there. There we go. Oh, that's why I think I'm a little bit of a side of a, I want to say hill, but it's not really a hill. It's more like just a mound of dirt. Ooh, listen to that snort. I was not expecting that. I have not driven a class in this game. We're going to get this going, and when we get this filled up is when we're going to run down and get the other tractor. So I'm not going to make you guys sit through all of it, at least not real time sit through all of it. I don't know if I'm going to get time-lapse going or just skip ahead. So whatever the case is, we'll see in a few. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we made a little over one complete pass around the field. So what we're gonna do is take a quick jog down this road here. Good. Didn't have too many thorns. We're just gonna take a quick jog down this road and get the tractor. Good thing I'm fit, or at least feeling fit today. So, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I haven't completely moved away from the original farm that we started here in 22. With all the updates, it's possible I may be restarting that again. However, this time I think I might do it in a different location. At the very least, restarting it for the channel. I very well may get back to it at some point with how I left it last, but I'm just starting to get burned out on at least that area. I'm trying different things. That's why I've come to Calmsden to kind of calm my nerves. No pun intended there, but it's just kind of the way it worked out. To kind of reset my brain when it comes to this game. I want to enjoy this game. I've said that many times before. I love this game. I want to be able to enjoy it with you guys. And I want you guys to be able to enjoy watching it. And if I'm not having fun, if I'm not feeling the energy or proper energy for it, you guys aren't going to be able to enjoy watching me play it. So that's why I want to continue bringing this to the channel and going to different farms, doing different things, I think is going to help with that. I know I started getting into animal husbandry with the chickens and the cows, and it had just started getting pigs, I was getting the pigs set up. I haven't gotten the pigs yet on that farm, but I just haven't done much with it. And part of it is just because I think I tend to use some of the mods a little bit, a little too much. If that makes sense. Bouncy. Now, because I've never used this combination before, let's see here. Oh yeah, we got plenty of height. Let me hop up into the harvester here and hit the button to get the auger going. Turn that on so I can make some room so I'm not putting all the grain in one spot. Trying to get it all a little bit more evened out and leveled out in the trailer. Alright, we are empty. Let me get this moved off the field. I'm just going to pull it over to the road there. Ooh, almost jackknifed her. There we go. That'll work. So for those of you who may have noticed the license plate I've been using, that's the best way, at least with the European license plates, that I can spell my name. And I don't have enough to put BG at the front of it. So yeah, that's the best I can do. The 8 looks about the closest thing I can find to an R in terms of numbers. Hello, dear. Alright, let's continue on. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to edit this up. And if I get the... if I just do the time lapse, or if I just skip it and continue on to the next, I have no idea. Regardless, enjoy whatever I do. And I'll see you in a few. Alright guys, so we actually have this trailer loaded to the max for the weight limit. not much I can do about that. And because we still have quite a bit of field to harvest, I'm just going to simply take this over to our grain bin and dump it there. And then I will deal with getting it sold and out probably after we get these fields harvested and done, which should be later today. It's going a little bit quicker than I expected it to, but it's still taking its sweet time. But I figure because of it being so unique, as I completely run over some bushes there, I figured I would bring you guys along for the ride, so you can take a look to see how exactly I plan on destroying my front yard. Dumping these in the bin over here. Kind of wish I could fill this all the way to the top, but restrictions prohibit me from doing that. Because even though there's like no one around, I'd rather not run the risk of dealing with any kind of fines. So I'm going to close that so I don't rip it off the hinge. This is going to be interesting. Maybe not as bad as I was expecting it to. And there we go. That's our first load here at the new farm. I was not expecting to move in and have to harvest the very first day, but here we are. First load in the bin. And yeah, I'm trying to play it realistically, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and try to pretend that I know what I'm doing with hitting buttons and whatnot to get everything to go in the proper place. I'm just going to assume that it's all set up correctly. So we have to go over and finish emptying out the harvester. So here we're just kind of doing rounds. We're almost done with the third complete round. So it is what it is. Like I said, we're just trying to get things done as quickly as possible. I think what I'll do is I'll get this field finished up, and then I will meet you guys over at the next field to at least get the first round done. And depending on how things are going, you may call it there. I don't know. With this being a new field and everything, and me trying to focus on getting the harvest done, actually I'm just going to leave this part here and hope it's not in my way when I come back around, but it probably will be. Get the rest of this emptied out, and like I said, I will catch you over in the next field. See you in a few. Oh, and of course I'm gonna have a passive shame. Thankfully it's not that long. But we are, well, am I gonna be able to fit all this in here? Ooh, this last pass may be pushing it. This is gonna be tight. My capacity is 12,000. Okay, yeah, we'll get it easily. And that is field number 1 done. Let's go empty what we can. This trailer is about half full, which means we're not going to be able to fit much of this in there. Unfortunately. So we're going to get it topped off as best as we can without hopefully going overweight. Get this header loaded up. Get the harvester over to the next field. Still 59%. Come back, get that trailer and dump it. Get the rest of this harvester dumped into there. Empty that, and then we're going to be good to go to start on the next field. This is going to be fun. I kind of did this to myself, though. Let's see if I can turn that. Over here. There we go. Yay for super strength. No. You get back over there. There we go. So now we are hooked up. Unfortunately, we can't fold up the green bin at all because we do have green in there. And that would just cause more issues than what it's worth. So which means I got to be careful about having a ladder off the side. Whoa, that was a loud bird. Oh, no one's coming. Make sure I don't try to take out these stone walls. That deer apparently can get into. God, I hope I don't get any branches in there. Oh, really, dude? Do you not hear my horn? Trying to go slow so I don't damage the hopper at all. Oh dear, that was close. Okay. Let's not take out the ladder, please. That's an expensive repair. Let's actually bring it over here. Actually, no, around back. Around back is actually going to be probably the best place for us to park this, so we can actually hook back up to it. Without hitting the empty gas tank, because I have not made that call yet. I was going to do it on this field because it is a little bit longer. I can spend a little bit more time not focused on just steering. I can kind of set the GPS to just go straight and we should be good. Don't need those. Alright, let's wiggle our way around here. Oh, just missed that corner. Good thing I didn't get a bigger header. I'm actually going to swing this around. I'm just gonna park it there. Thankfully, I don't have to take the long way around to get back over the field to get this trailer. Just gonna go through bushes and hope I don't find any thorns. While I was over here working in this field, though, I did make a couple other purchases. I did get basically something to kind of get these rows all aligned, as well as a baler. So that is waiting for us over at the shop. So as soon as we get done harvesting, it's probably gonna be a project for tomorrow because it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So once I get this other field going, it's probably gonna be nightfall by the time I get done with it. Like I said, it is a decent sized field, and yeah, that harvester is doing pretty good, all things considered. For a brand that I'm not familiar with at all, and in an area that I'm not familiar with at all. 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry, I just had a sneeze attack there. Trying not to do that. I am, like I said, I'm not familiar with Claas at all as far as their equipment goes. So it is taking me a little bit to get accustomed to how they have their switches and everything set up in the combine as well as in the tractor here. But everything is working out great and I actually love it. So I am kind of looking at keeping everything Claas as best as I can. And that's just because, you know, I like the look of a farm when they have everything all one brand or as close to all one brand, or maybe, you know, a couple different brands, but not just like, you know, one of each, essentially. I'm not a big fan of that. Don't ask me why, I'm just not. Alright, so we are going to go get this emptied then. Come back here, get turned around. Oops, that was my fault. Wasn't exactly paying attention to the direction I was driving. Whoops. That combine is getting dirty as hell. It's gonna need a good cleaning after we're done, as I'm sure this tractor will once we get everything all done and taken care of. Feel like I'm pulling an Austin Powers here. 1 second. There we go. Thankfully, they don't simulate the airlines, so I don't have to sit here and let things air back up if I hit the brakes one too many times like I occasionally do in ATS. So it is nice. Ooh, little tire spin there. Oh, all the extra noises. I just love it. Alright, so we got the trailer here emptied out. We got the harvester emptied out. It's all hooked back up, ready to go. Let's get the engine on that turned off. Hop back up in the combine. And very dirty combine. First fold that in, bring that up. gonna come down in here. Trim these bushes apparently. And we're gonna cut into the field and get this one going. This one I might actually kick into time lapse, because the other ones I don't think I'm going to. But at the very least, guys, like I said, I have a few tools that I recently bought online that are ready for pickup to help us get these straw lines picked up, get them baled up at, actually. Everything's actually cutting really well. That's good. So, like I said, this field's gonna take me a little bit longer. And if this doesn't take me into nighttime, I am going to be surprised. So, the actual baling of all the straw and everything that we're dropping with this harvest is gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I don't want to say too much, but I am going to try to remember to record that. I know it's not the greatest thing to watch and do, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can, as legitimately as I can, here on the channel for this series. But every once in a while, I just kind of need to pick up the pace and do a little, quote, cheap, but it's just, using mods. So all the mods I do use for this game are found in the in-game mod hub. And more than likely, if it's on mod hub, I have it downloaded. There's a couple that I haven't, just as a heads up, and it's just because it's either equipment that is just not my cup of tea or cup of coffee, or it's just a mod that I tried and I don't like, or even worse, it's a mod that conflicts with something else. So there is that capability as well for that, so just kind of keep that in mind when you guys are checking out the mods. I do have this set up for, I believe, 3-day seasons. Just as a change of pace, I do tend to do 2 days per season. With the fact that I think I already own a couple plots of land already set up for animals, that's kind of what I'm looking at, 3-day seasons instead of just 2-day. Because I am wanting to kind of take care of a little bit more of the animals and kind of go about it that way. So that is going to be coming to this series, and I'm going to do what I can and make sure I don't add any money to it without taking a loan out. Because I want to be able to take a loan out, and that would be the legitimate way of doing it, is taking a loan out and having to pay it back. So I do have a mod in that I used actually at the beginning for adding money, just to kind of, help it seem a little bit more legitimate. So just trying to be open with you guys, letting you know what's going on, how I'm doing things, and setting things up. One of these days, if we get a nice enough map, or at least one that I find decent enough, I may just get into a map and completely build a farm from scratch. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. Also, if you happen to know of any maps that you want to see me play on outside of Mod Hub, like on any of the mod sites that are out there, let me know, and I will look into getting that to bring to the channel. So already at 80%. Can I finish this up before we get full? I may have to pull the edge of the farm back in certain areas, or at least the field. Maybe. And there's a few other areas that I may have to make some adjustments to the field edges, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't. I'm going to have to cut into the right here. So that way I can get my arm out and then I can get the tractor over here and filled up. There we go. Time to go for a walk. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to drive the tractor all around the outside of the field, because that's going to be involved the least amount of risk and damage to the equipment. So if I just go around that way, there's too many branches and whatnot to smack a window, break a mirror, break a light, and I'd rather just not deal with that. Not to mention the scratches I'd be putting on the equipment that would be rather unnecessary. So I mean, what was that? I'm gonna get this over there to unload, and we're gonna probably time lapse the rest of this, guys. So I will see you in a few. I will catch back up with you guys when we are done. Alright guys, we are done with this field. We are done with the harvest for this season. Like I said, it took me definitely well into the night. We are looking at about 20 after 9 at night. I ended up hiring or finding someone and hiring a helper for this field. Mainly because it's a little on the bigger side. And I knew I'd be running back and forth between the field and emptying out the trailers, so I just went ahead and hired someone to run the harvester so I wouldn't have to worry about it, so we could get done quicker. I did change my mind on basically time lapse, just because I kind of personally feel like I'm overusing it. I don't know how anyone else feels about that, but yeah. We also had the shop bring back our truck, in addition to, as long as I don't hit it, this big trailer here. The reason for the trailer is because I wanted something that I can haul just about anything with. As I bumped it, great. I hope I didn't do any damage to either piece. But yeah, they just kind of parked it there, and I thought it'd be out of my way, but I kind of forgot about this being here. So. It is nighttime. Very, very nighttime for me. And after that long trip into town, it's going to take me a minute to get things settled back in. I think at one point I fell. What am I stuck on? I must have fallen asleep in the cab of the tractor because the driver of the harvester kind of went, "Hey, you awake in there?" It took me a second to get going, I guess. He was just about full with grain almost coming out, so there's that. Turn on my flashlight. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is get this emptied out. We're gonna drop the weight as well, and we're gonna go pick up the new implements that I ordered. They said they're in, or they confirmed that they're in, I'll put it that way. So we're gonna go get those and bring them back to the farm, so that way, first thing tomorrow, we can get up and get out into the field. And we will be ready to go. Oh, that's... yeah. I have a feeling I'm going to be taking out that stone wall. And not on purpose. Alright. So I'm actually going to just drop that right there. Slide open this door over here. We're just gonna plop the weight down. That looks good to me. So let's go get the implements and bring them back to the farm. Off camera, I have been doing quite a bit of in-cab driving, but you can't tell with the way I was driving just straight there. I'm keyboard catting it at the moment. That's mainly because if I use my Xbox controller, it is overly sensitive. And I don't like it, and I just can't seem to adjust it at all, excuse me. So I may look into moving my steering setup back into place, but we will see. I don't mind keyboard catting it. I just hope that you guys aren't hearing too many clicks from my keyboard. I know I hear it as a deer pop. Well, got dinner and breakfast. As the deer populate just out of nowhere. Yeah, thankfully this is a short trip just down the road, and we rarely have any traffic, seeing as how I'm the only farmer. They do obviously deal with farmers outside the area. I'm just their main person, main source of income at the moment. Because this is almost like just like the general store type of deal, you know, corner grocery type of deal. But they specialize in equipment and farm equipment. So for the benefit of everybody, I'm going to get my equipment out of here, so that way when they open up tomorrow, they have their parking lot available. There we go. So we got our baler with the wrapper attached to it. And this implement on the front will allow me to get all the rows kind of lined up perfectly, so the baler behind me can pick it up. This implement, honestly, is the best thing to use The only other one that would be better would be the baler with the arms on it, but unfortunately they don't have a Klaus version of that to my knowledge. I may have to take a look at the inventory again to double check that, but it also seems to be overkill because well, I guess the other reason why I didn't check is because I like the ones with the wrappers. So if I need to make silage bales, I can do that. So as we make our way back to the farm, guys, we're going to end the video there. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, or if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just a select few here and there. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you and I greatly appreciate it, guys. As I continue to tear up my yard. With that being said, guys, until next time, take care. Peace. I gotta fix the end of this driveway. And just pull it right there. Whew. Not destroy things. Until tomorrow, guys. Later.